Hi friends, welcome back to the mat. And if you're new here, my name is Cindy, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a yoga flow with a focus on non-attachment. In this flow, I want you to really focus on how your body feels rather than the way it looks. Unattaching from the thought that blocks are for beginners. Using the blocks today to really get into your pose and to help correct your posture. No props are necessary for this flow, but I highly recommend grabbing 2 blocks if you have them and trying the variations that I will be showing. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and meet standing on our mat. We're going to start our flow off with some breath work. So at first, I'm going to show you the hand movements with the breath. And then next, I'll show you how to link the breath with the movement. So if you'd like to follow along while I demo this, feel free to do that. Hands down by your side. You're going to imagine that you have energy all around you. You're going to take the hands and you're going to gather up the energy, floating up to your shoulders. And once you get to your shoulders, you're going to flip the palms down and you're going to spread the energy out to the sides. Gathering back the energy as you bring it to your heart center, pressing down the energy, hands down by your side. So that's the movement. Now we'll link the breath with the movement. So as you gather the energy, you're going to inhale. Once you get to your shoulders, you're going to flip the palms and press the energy out as you exhale. Inhale brings it back to heart center. Exhale, press it down. If you're not already, let's go ahead and step to the top of the mat and we'll continue that breath. So inhale gathers the energy up, floating up. Flip the palms, exhale, press it out. Inhale gathers it back to heart center. Exhale, press it down. Inhaling back up. Exhale, spread it out. Inhale, gather. Exhale, press it down. 2 more here. Last one. Hands down by your side, you're going to inhale the arms up overhead, deep stretch. Exhale, bring the elbows down as you open up the chest. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. In your forward fold, bending over the knees, make sure that the feet are hip distance apart. Just going to release the lower back. So whatever you need to do that, possibly grabbing opposite elbows and swaying side to side. If you have your blocks, you can bring them in and rest your forearms on the block, relaxing the head and neck. Maybe finding a little movement here. Moving into a halfway lift with your hands on your shins or your thighs, possibly the blocks. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll it up. Slowly roll the shoulders back, head last to come up. And we'll repeat that. So inhale the arms up overhead, deep stretch. Exhale, elbows down as you open the chest. Inhale, arms back overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale brings you back to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Articulating the spine, roll the shoulders back, head up. And we'll take 1 more. So inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale brings you to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, and step back to your plank. Lower down the knees. Finding yourself in a tabletop position with your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You're going to inhale the chest forward, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Flowing through a few cat-cow and finding any movement that your body is craving. So unattaching from the way that you think that cat-cow should look. So maybe shifting your hips side to side. You can even look to the right or the left. And as you exhale in your cat pose, maybe you press back to child's pose. Bringing it back up, just finding any movement that your body is craving. You might even like to bring the chest down and around and up into a couple barrel rolls here. And if you're doing those on one side, you want to make sure that you go to the other side. Again, this flow is all about you. I am just a guide. You need to find what feels nice in your body. Bringing yourself back into a neutral spine. We're going to move into downward facing dog. So again, unattaching from the way that you think or have been taught downward facing dog should look like. Maybe you bring blocks under your hands, pressing into the blocks, uncurling the toes and pressing the hips to the sky, chest to the thighs. Finding any movement that feels nice here. Maybe you bring your feet wide on the mat and you shake your hips side to side. Or possibly shaking the head yes or no. Getting whatever you need here. And then I want you to find stillness. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Blow it all out. Another one just like that. Making the breath super audible. So deep inhale. Blow all the air out. Find your way to the top of the mat. Inhale brings you to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Roll the shoulders back, head up, arms up overhead, deep stretch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale brings you to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to your plank. Again, we're going to unattach from the way that we think that a flow should look, and we're going to drop our knees, drop our hips. Maybe you shake your shoulders side to side. And press back to child's pose as you exhale. Inhale, rolling back up into plank. Exhale, press it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot high to the ceiling. Exhale, step it in between the hands or the blocks. We're going to set up our pose before we rise. So we're going to be coming into warrior 2. Our knee needs to be over ankle and over pinky toe side, making sure that the knee is not caving into the center. And if it is, go ahead and correct that. Swivel the back foot where the edge of the foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Once you have everything set up, inhale as you rise into your warrior 2. Keeping the form in the legs, the chest will be parallel to the side of the mat. Arms strong. Taking a look back at the back arm to make sure it's not dropping down, and if so, straighten it out. Once you have all of that set up, go ahead and look forward. And maybe you inch that foot out a little bit more to go deeper into your pose. Strong pose here, engaging the glutes and the abs. You've got this. Inhale the arm forward, exhale, throw it back. Reverse your warrior. Hands come back to the mat or the blocks and find your way to downward facing dog. Rolling it forward into your plank, lower down the knees. Lower the hips, shine the chest forward. Shake it out if you want to. Press it back to child's pose. Rolling it forward into your plank. Back to downward facing dog. Before we move to the other side, let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Blow it all out. Left leg reaches high now. Exhale, step it in between the hands or the blocks, setting up the legs before you rise. So again, making sure that the knee is over pinky toe side. Spin the back foot to be parallel to the back of the mat. Inhale as you rise up into your warrior two. Checking all the boxes, making sure that the arms are strong. Energy through the fingertips. Look forward. If you can, maybe inching into the pose a little bit deeper. Strong pose. Engage the glutes and the abs. Inhale the palm forward, exhale, throw it back, reverse your warrior. Bring the hands back to the mat or the block and step back to downward facing dog. Rolling it forward into your plank, drop the knees, drop the hips. Press back to child's pose as you exhale. Inhale brings you back to plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Step to the top of the mat and we'll rinse it out. So inhale brings you to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Roll the shoulders back. Arms up overhead, deep stretch. Exhale, fold. Inhale brings you to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back to your plank. Hold the plank. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. So take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. One more here. Drop the knees. And find your way into a seated position. You can move the blocks off to the side. We won't need those. In a seated position, go ahead and bring the soles of the feet in towards each other and pull them in towards the groin. You can move the hips around to get your position just right. And once you feel comfortable, inhale as you lengthen through the crown of the head, exhale, fold forward. Again, in this pose, maybe you move a little bit to help open up those hips and allow you to go a little deeper into the pose. Walking the hands back up. Right hand to the left knee, twist off to the side. Lengthen as you inhale, exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale brings you back to center and twist off to the other side. Bringing it back to center. And let's find our way onto our backs. Now that we're on our backs, I want you to take your right ankle and place it over the left knee. Flex the foot to protect the knee and press the leg away from you. Making sure to keep both hips on the mat. Staying in this figure 4 position, cactus through the arms, and drop the right foot to the floor. Again, staying in the figure 4 position. If this is enough for you, stay here, but if you need a little more, press that left leg up. As you inhale, feel the pose, and as you exhale, just melt and see if you can release in that hip a little bit more. Bringing it back to center. Feet on the mat. Bring the hips back to the center of the mat, and let's move off to the other side. So left ankle over the right knee, flex the foot, press the knee away. You'll find that one side is a little tighter than the other. Staying in this position, drop the foot to the floor. Maybe push the knee up. And as you exhale, see if you can melt into that pose and release that hip. Bringing it back to center, both feet planted on the mat now, arms still cactused. You're just going to windshield wiper the knees side to side. We're going to find our way into Shavasana. So because this flow, we are focusing on non-attachment, I want you to unattach from the way that you think that Shavasana should look. So most of us have taken yoga classes and everybody's always in corpse pose. But maybe today you do legs up the wall, maybe you are on your side, or even possibly child's pose. So today I'm going to unattach with you, and I've never taken child's pose for Shavasana. So that's what I'm going to do. So find your way into your Shavasana, whatever that looks like for you. And just really connect with the pose. Closing down the eyes. Start to bring the awareness back to your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Finding a full body stretch. Slowly find your way to a seated position. With your hands down by your side, we're going to seal out our practice with one final breath together. So inhale the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. I want to thank you for sharing your yoga practice with me today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.